Have you ever felt like you're doing so much right in your business, but there's still something holding you back from reaching that next level? You know you've got the skills, the ideas, the potential. You can even see where you want to be, where you could be. But the gap between where you are now and where you want to go feels impossible to cross. Maybe you've tried everything: posting more, working longer hours, selling harder, launching new offers, listening to a million different experts. And yet somehow the consistency, the freedom, the ease you started your business for feels like it's slipping further and further away. Trust me, I get it. I've been exactly where you are. I'm Laura Higgins, and when I started my first creative agency, I thought the answer was working harder, doing everything myself, and just hoping that one day, things would finally click. I was terrified of making the wrong move, scared to hire, expand, invest more into the business, in case it all fell apart. That's when I realized I could run myself into the ground doing all the things and still not get results. Kind of like a hamster on a wheel. And it wasn't because I wasn't dedicated or talented. It was simply because I didn't have a roadmap, a proven system to follow. And the system I'm about to share with you today is the thing that changed everything for me and for the hundreds of creative service providers I work with. I call it the 7-figure operating system. It's the powerful 3-step framework that's helped creative business owners scale to 30K, 50K, even 100K months without working 24/7 or losing their freedom. Now, this is the exact system that's helped creatives like Rosie. She's a branding designer who was averaging around 20K a month when she came to us. And she hired a studio manager, stepped back into her creative zone, and within 12 months, she just had a record 62K month. And then there's Ashley, a social media manager who was nervous to raise her prices, and she just signed 3 dream clients at her new rates within 3 weeks of us working together. And then there's Georgia, an agency owner and artist who scaled from 500K to $1 million a year in just 2 years. And the cool part is she did this while still taking Fridays off and chasing summer with her family. We've seen these results hundreds of times. And in this video, I'm gonna show you the exact system they used to get these incredible results in their businesses. But before I do, here's what you need to know. This took me years to discover. Hundreds of hours, thousands of dollars investing in coaching, masterminds, mentorships. It was long days, late nights, a whole lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And along my journey, I discovered something shocking. See, most creative business owners have been lied to. And there are 3 big lies I hear over and over again. And honestly, they make my blood boil. So let's go through these lies. Lie number 1, post more to get more leads. You've been told to post every day on every single platform: Reels, carousels, email, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Lives, cold DMs to strangers. Oh my gosh, the worst. Exhausting, right? But here's the truth. Without a lead generating system, without a strategy, you will never generate consistent leads. This kind of scattergun marketing approach, it's exhausting, it's inconsistent, and honestly, it rarely brings in the kind of clients you actually want to work with. The truth is, low quality leads gives you low quality clients. And low quality clients means that you have low quality revenue. And that is why most creatives feel stuck. So that's the first lie. The second lie is make a great offer and people will buy. You've been told that once your offer is good enough, sales will magically roll in. Build the perfect funnel and you'll never have to sell again, right? But here's what actually happens. You get stuck on the revenue roller coaster. 1 month feels amazing. You've got clients coming in, money coming in, and the next, it's like crickets. This kind of feast and famine cycle makes it impossible to plan ahead, to hire, or even pay yourself properly. It keeps you stuck in survival mode. And if you don't have a clear way to sell and a system and a funnel that does the heavy lifting for you, your revenue will always be unpredictable, and even the best offer cannot save you. Lie number 3, my personal favorite. You've got to hustle harder to grow. The bro marketers have been screaming at us.
Do it! Just do it!
Do more, be everywhere, ignore your feelings, follow the plan, and don't forget your ice bath and your 10-step morning routine while you're at it. But here's the truth. As a creative, your capacity is your biggest constraint. When you're juggling clients, admin, emails, and socials, you're already maxed out. You've got no time, no energy, and your creativity suffers. And ultimately, you become the bottleneck in your business. So the question becomes, how are you meant to grow if you never have time to actually work on the business? And more importantly, how do you grow when growth equals more pain, more hours, less time with your family, less flexibility? As my friend Dan Martell says, we will never grow into pain. So then your options become option A, pain, do it all yourself, work 80 hours a week, burn out. And option B, plateau, hit a ceiling, stay where you are, stop growing, stay stuck. Now, neither of these options work, but what no one tells you is what to do when you hit that tipping point, when you're maxed out, but you still want more freedom, more income, more scale. Now, if even one of those ideas hit home for you, or maybe all of them did, there's a reason. The traditional model of scaling does not work for creatives. It's not because you're doing it wrong, but because no one has actually shown you a path to scale that's actually designed for us. A way that's sustainable, that feels good, that gives you freedom, a way that lets you do more of the work you love with clients you are obsessed with. But there is a better way, my friend, and the 7-figure operating system I'm about to share with you solves all of these problems. And I'm going to show the whole thing to you in just a moment. Now, one of the big reasons why I'm so passionate about helping the creatives I work with is simply because there is so much bad advice out there, and I won't stand for it. I have one mission: to make scaling your creative business fun, profitable, and effortless. And that's exactly why I created the Next Level Club, my high-level coaching program for ambitious creative service providers who want to scale to 7 figures without losing their freedom or creativity in the process. And you're probably wondering, well, how do I know this works, Laura? And why should I trust you? Because I've lived it. I started my first creative agency from my bedroom at the age of 23. I scaled it to multi-6 figures within a year. Later, I launched a second business, a web design studio that I built to completely run without me, and we hit 6 figures in just 90 days. And today, I run a multi-7-figure coaching business, helping creatives like you build businesses that give them true creative freedom, more money, more time, more choice. And the system I'm about to share with you is the exact process I've used to scale my businesses. And this operating system is exactly what Polly, a photographer, used to go from inconsistent 10K months to tripling her revenue in just 9 months of working together. What's crazy is that Polly took money out of her mortgage to join the Next Level Club, and she says it's the best decision of her life. Then there's Lauren, a marketing agency owner who came to us at 25K a month. She just hit her first 50K month in under a year by reworking her pricing, simplifying her offers, and now she finally feels like she runs the business, not the other way around. Or there's James, a web designer who went from relying on word of mouth and referrals to niching down and landing just one strategic partnership that feeds him dream clients on autopilot. So, let me reveal exactly what this 3-step system is and how it works. It's called the 7-figure operating system. And now there are 3 core engines within this operating system. So let's dive into each of them. Now in the center, we really want to think about what's the ultimate goal for you as a creative. And I really believe that, after working with many, many creatives, the ultimate goal is true creative freedom. So true creative freedom, this is what we're really building. Not just a business that works, but a business that works for you. Now, true creative freedom means you've got time freedom, flexibility to take time off whenever you want while still earning. It means you've got creative freedom. You're working in your genius zone, saying no to the wrong clients. And it also means you've got financial freedom. You're making amazing money, doing work you really love. And lifestyle freedom. Your business supports your life, not the other way around. And that's a huge value of mine. So true creative freedom, that's the ultimate goal. But then outside of that, we want to think about what else we need. And the first piece here is dream clients. You're not begging for work or trying to prove your value. The right people are finding you, chasing you, and they already get it. It means that you're working on projects that light you up, you're charging what you're worth, and you're finally saying no to the rest. The second piece is epic money. You're earning consistently. You're paying yourself a real salary and taking profit every single quarter. You've got margin for emergencies, cash for growth, and space to breathe. It's called fun money. That's what we're really looking for. Now, most people we work with have a goal of building $1 million a year creative business, and we help them do just that. Now, the final thing we want is sustainable scale. So what does this mean? This means you're not stuck doing everything yourself. You've built a business that can run without you. You're working fewer hours, outsourcing with confidence, and stepping into your role as a true creative CEO. This doesn't mean that you outsource the fun. It means you get to step into more fun in your business. Now, this is what's possible when you have this 7-figure operating system installed. So that's the goal. But how do we actually get there? As I said, there are 3 core engines. So engine number 1 is the marketing engine. Now, this is how you generate consistent, perfect fit leads, so you're no longer relying on referrals, luck, or random bursts of content. Now, it's not just any marketing. It's the type that is steeped in strategy, bias psychology, and incorporates intentional AI. And most importantly, it runs like a machine. So you can finally show up consistently without it taking all of your time. Now, there are 3 key pillars to this marketing engine, and the first is narrow niche. So this is about who are you specifically able to help? Who do you love working with? Who can you get the best results for? And once we narrow that, we want you in a position where people aren't coming to you saying, I'm looking for a web designer or a photographer or a copywriter. They're saying, I'm looking for you. Category of 1, baby. That's what we're looking for with this narrow niche. Now, the second piece is iconic presence. This means you're amplifying your online presence, so you are impossible to ignore. Now, there are 2 big parts to this. The first is the content strategy. This is the brand, the messaging, the psychology. The second is the content machine, which is all about consistent execution across your platforms. It's about working smarter, not harder, and strategically leveraging AI so that you save hours every single week. That is how smart creatives are marketing, and it's the future of content creation. So iconic presence is a big one. Now, the third piece here is daily leads. Nearly every creative I speak to struggles with generating consistent leads. That's why this strategy is so powerful, and honestly, it's essential. So this is my secret blend of marketing magic to grow your audience, to sell on socials, build your email list, and strategically use paid ads to scale. This means that you're not reliant on algorithms and never wondering where your next client is coming from. You've got a pipeline full of qualified leads ready to work with you. Just like Brooke, a florist and online coach, she implemented the exact launch framework we teach inside the marketing engine and made 70K of sales in 1 weekend. Yeah, insane. And the coolest part about having this marketing engine dialed in, not only does it mean that you're going to get way more clients, it also means that you get to choose the clients you want to work with and say no to the ones that you don't want to work with. That's the power of this marketing engine. Step 2 is the conversion engine. Now, once the marketing engine is humming and you've got leads coming in consistently, the next engine we need is the conversion engine. Now, sales doesn't have to be this icky, uncomfortable thing we avoid. It can actually be fun, believe it or not. It can be easy and effortless, especially when you have an offer that you love and a process that works. This is all about how do we convert and sell your way. And again, there are 3 big parts. So the first piece is your irresistible offer. So this is all about creating profitable services that sell with ease and align with your genius zone. Essentially, we want an offer that makes your dream client say, heck yes, take my money. This is where we help you to stack profit and streamline your services behind the scenes so you can work less and earn more. So not only do your clients love this offer, but you love delivering it. Really powerful. Now, the second piece here is the cash collecting funnel. This is your hands-off automated sales system that pre-sells you and your offer. So leads show up to a sales conversation, they're warmed up, they're qualified, and they're ready to buy. It removes the chaos that's been costing you clarity and cash and replaces it with a repeatable path to conversion. This funnel is the missing link for so many creatives in their sales process. Game changer. Now, the third piece here is strategic sales. This is where we build out a clear, high-converting sales process that helps you to close with confidence. Now, a lot of people come to us and they close and do sales in different ways. You might sell through a call, through a proposal, a VSL, a webinar, or in your Instagram or LinkedIn DMs. This streamlined process means you qualify leads, guide the right ones to a yes, and avoid wasting time on people who aren't ready. You can sell with confidence. Just like Laura, a photographer, she followed our sell by chat method and closed a 6K client in the DMs. No sales call, no proposal, no email, just one conversation on Instagram, all before she dropped off her kids to school. She's absolutely nailing it. Now, this is what's possible for you when you have the conversion engine installed. And step number 3 is the growth engine. This is what answers 2 of the biggest questions in business. Can your business run without you? And does it give you the capacity, wealth, and control to design your life on your terms? Because if your business cannot operate when you step away and can't support the life you actually want, this is the engine you are missing. Now, here's the truth. If you want to build $1 million creative business, you cannot do it without this growth engine installed. And again, there are 3 big parts. So the first piece is predictable revenue. If you're starting from 0 every month or riding that revenue roller coaster that we talked about earlier, where one month's booming and the next is tight, we need to fix that. So this is about building consistent, recurring revenue that grows month on month. So you're not just making money, you're paying yourself properly, you're forecasting your cash flow, and you're stacking real profit in the bank. Predictable revenue is a game changer. Now, the second piece here is scalable systems. Now, I know it sounds boring as a creative, trust me, I get it. But without a lean team, outsourcing, automation, and the smart use of AI, you cannot scale to 7 figures. Now, I do want to say a lot of people that come to us, they are like, Laura, I don't like managing people. I don't want to grow a massive, massive team. And that's totally fine. It's never been easier to streamline and scale your business using AI and simple automation. And you can hit $1 million a year with a really small, powerful team. So this is a really big piece and a really big pillar if you want to hit $1 million a year. As I said earlier, your capacity is your biggest constraint, so we have to resolve that. And the scalable systems let you work on the business, not just in it. The final piece of the 7-figure operating system is thriving mindset. One thing I've learned is that your business will never outgrow your identity. So if you want to hit $1 million, you cannot do that if your identity is stuck in this 6-figure identity. And so what we need to work on is, how do you show up? How do you lead? How do you hold your boundaries? How do you stop people pleasing, imposter syndrome, procrastinating, whatever it is for you? Your mindset and your identity has to grow with you. When you have this thriving mindset, you can lead with confidence. You can show up with boldness, and you're able to know that you are in alignment. And that means that your nervous system can chill out and you don't have to feel stressed or burnt out or any of those things. Mindset is something we are always working on in business. It's a personal development journey. When I think about this growth engine, I think of Serena. She's the owner of a singing studio who went from financial stress and struggling in her business to building a hands-off sales team, opening a second studio, and growing to 250 students. She doubled her revenue from $27K to $60K a month in under a year, and she's on track to hit her first $1 million year. Here's the deal. This right here, this whole thing, I just needed to use the pink. This right here is the backbone of everything we teach inside the Next Level Club. This is how I help creatives build businesses that give them freedom and profit without the stress. Now, we've seen these results hundreds of times. Stacy, a photographer and systems expert who came to us at $2K a month, doubled her prices and built a signature offer that now brings in $20K a month. That's a 10x revenue jump. Then there's Helena, an interior designer. She started at $8K a month with inconsistent revenue. 6 months later, she hit her record month of $54K. And then there's Kieran, a brand strategist who started at $4K a month and just hit his first $10K month. All of these milestones are incredible. So, this is the 7-figure operating system. This is the system that you need to hit $1 million a year as a creative. But if you're not a creative service provider, if you're not ready to bet on yourself, if you're kind of hoping for bro marketing hustle vibes, and you're not prepared to take action to grow, then this isn't for you. But if you're an action taker with big dreams, if you're craving clarity, structure, and strategy that actually works for you, if you're looking for expert coaches and a community of ambitious, kind creatives to do the journey with, then my friend, you're in the right place. Inside the Next Level Club, we install this 7-figure operating system. And the way that we do it is we have weekly coaching, expert support, and a proven system to help you to grow and an incredible community to do the journey with. So whether it's lead generation, social growth, content strategy, sales systems, team building, CEO mindset, operations, leveraging AI, or streamlining your systems, we got you covered. The 7-figure operating system is the shortcut to success. And I really believe the ultimate cheat code in business is to learn and implement the strategies from people who have done what you want to do. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking, Laura, I need this 7-figure operating system like yesterday, then here's my invitation for you today. I would love to invite you to book a call with one of our scale strategists. On this one-on-one call, we'll take a look at your business. We'll look at what's working, what's not, what is keeping you stuck, and we'll map out your exact next steps to hit your revenue and freedom goals faster by installing these 3 engines and the 7-figure operating system. Now, we've done 242 of these calls just last month, so we're pretty damn good at spotting the gaps and showing you how to fix them. Now, I want to be really transparent. If on this call we believe we can help and you're the kind of action taker who's ready to go all in, we'll make an invitation for you to join us inside the Next Level Club. If not, you'll still walk away with complete clarity on where to focus next. These calls are super limited. We only open a handful each week because most of our time is spent helping our current members scale. Here's the truth. The longer you sit in indecision, the longer you stay stuck. Nothing changes if nothing changes, and I know that you know that. But I do not want that for you and your business. If you are even thinking about this, then don't wait. Book a call below and we'll chat with you very soon.